Alika's Cozy Escape is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. This podcast discusses mature topics, and you must be 18 or older to view this podcast. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Oh, baby girl, tell me how to girl, am I supposed to trust you now? After everything you did to me. And I'm sitting there trying to find a way to forget tomorrow. Cause I feel like you got me too deep. Gotta blame myself cause I told you to lay it on the line. Never thought that you would lay it that way. Never thought you had so much to say. Never thought that I'd see the day when we crossed the line. Welcome back to Alike's Cozy Escape, the space where you can just unwind and let your emotions run free. Tonight, we got a lot to unpack. So before we get started, I just want to introduce my cozy host. You know, the one that got all the flavor and she keep us smiling and laughing. Say hi to my cozy co-host, Zoe. Say hi, Zoe. What's up? Now, I want to introduce a newcomer. He's my bro. He keep it simple, and he got a lot of wisdom for his young years. Say hi to Mir.
You.
Tonight, we're going to be discussing getting over heartbreak, forgiveness, and getting back to loving yourself. Now, I know it sounds easy, and a lot of people think, oh, heartbreak is just you going through the motions. You can't eat, can't sleep. You know, you playing them breakup songs on repeat. Try to get over that one person that you loved at one time. But it's not just heart physical. You know, the symptoms that you feel like staying up all night replaying what happened in your head. It's also mental. And for you to get back to loving yourself is a lot of steps you have to do to get back to loving yourself. First and foremost, you have to forgive yourself. Now, we're going to discuss heartbreak first because you know heartbreak hit like a ton of bricks. You feel like somebody socks you in your face and you don't even know what happened. He blindsided you and hit you with a one-hitter quitter. You knocked out. As they say, you know, Teddy Pendergrass said it best, love TKO, because you be knocked the hell out. Yes. Now, Zuri, do you Zoe, I know you did have some heartbreaks in your life. Do you recall any of your traumatic experiences that you faced it when you was going through a heartbreak?
Yes. My first love, I remember playing Boys and Men over and over. You remember that, bro? Everybody in the house hated that song by Boys and Men because I
doing just fine.
Over and over again because I was so heartbroken over. Oh my God! If y'all would have known that, I don't even remember his last name. That's how stupid it was, and I was all broke up over this man, and I don't even know nothing about him now. Like I don't remember nothing. Maybe I blocked it out because I was emotionally tied to that. But this nigga, man, and we got into physical fights. We got into mental. It just was really bad, and it was toxic, and it was time to go. And I was broke up about it. I don't know why, but I just was.
How about you, bro? You ever been through a heartbreak?
Yeah, I've been through a heartbreak.
What did you experience?
Cheating.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The cheating is terrible.
It's actually men out here, you guys.
And I hate a liar.
To be cheated on, you know
lying and the cheating.
Right?
And the manipulating.
I know how you feel. I know when I went through a heartbreak, I felt like my soul had left my body.
I could dig it.
I was crying. I couldn't eat. It seemed like everything in my house reminded me of this person. I just wanted to just like scorch earth. I really wanted to just take everything I own and throw it out the fucking window. Cause it was like, oh my God, he laid on this couch. I don't want the couch. Oh, I remember him being in the bed. I don't want this bed no more. I just want to change everything. Paint the walls, everything. Everything reminded me of him. I actually wanted to move. That's how bad it was.
I know that feeling.
And you know,
like
I mean,
random activity and then remembering a moment that y'all had.
Right.
Like,
with that random activity, like washing dishes in the kitchen, you touch your nose or something like that. Yeah, stupid stuff like that.
Going to the store.
Yeah, how about it?
And you always grabbing, I mean,
It's the same
specific
snack.
snacks for
Yeah.
like that.
But let's be honest.
Right.
Heartbreak is grief. That's all it is. It's grief. You're grieving the person you was with that person you left. And with anything, just like if you was grieving the death of a loved one, you go through them 5 stages, denial, heartbreak, anger, like, why me? You go through them stages of grief. And, you know, you just feel as though, you lost the person, the version of you felt safe with them. Like you said, the little walks to the store, them common, that pillow talking, you miss that. You miss the plans, like, our future plans. Oh, we gonna move, we gonna have babies, we going, you miss all that. Like, damn, now what I'm gonna do? The inside jokes, the little laughing and joking that only y'all texting and only y'all know what's funny, and everybody looking at y'all like, what the fuck wrong with them?
They don't have it.
And the thought that, you thought that, we was supposed to be together forever, and now it's just you. And you sitting in yourself, and you just like, I can't believe it's over. And, you got people that come to you, trying to support you, but they don't know how to do it right. They be telling you, get over it, man. She just a chick. That's just a nigga. Like, or get underneath another person. That's how you get over the fuck your ex. You go sleep with somebody, sleep with the next. None of that shit works. None of that shit works. Or they tell you, be strong. My dad was good for telling me that.
I mean, really, it just takes time.
Yeah.
Or, that one that they always tell you, everything happens for a reason. But I don't want that fucking reason. What's wrong with you?
I know that's got to be right.
It just be taking time to get over a person.
Yeah, that healing time does really, really help, because you start to sit with yourself.
You just gotta stop thinking about them.
Yeah,
and stop thinking you was the problem.
And that's
you might not have been the problem, or you could have been the problem, depending on the thing is.
And
but
even
the reason why
wasn't the problem.
The reason why heartbreak is so hard to get over is because when you're heartbroken, you miss how they made you feel. Even when on the times that things was good, because you all got that roller coaster when things be high and it be low, and the lows be more than the highs. But you gotta recognize why you missed them. Is it really that you missed their presence, or you just missed the attachment that y'all had together? Or y'all could, or no. What I'm saying is, your emotions sometimes when you're going through heartbreak, you gotta look at, like I said last week about knowing your attachment styles. Do you have a secure attachment to this person, or was it built on fear of abandonment, or anxiety attachment, or the people pleasing? You need to know exactly why you was attached to this person. Was y'all trauma bonding? And now that the trauma is over, like now you by yourself, your body craved the trauma because your nervous system is out of whack. It's like you addicted to it. I need the chaos. I need the push and pull. You gotta understand, is that what you missing, or are you just grieving your version of yourself? What do you think, Zoe? Or Mir, what do you think?
That's so good.
I don't think you agree.
I don't think. Me personally, I don't think. I think some people truly care about people. You know what I'm saying? You have people that was raised to just generally care about people, and I'm not the cheater, or I'm not the evil person. I just want to treat you right. I just want to love you. You understand what I'm saying? And you miss the good, because at one time that person was good to you, or y'all was on good terms. So that's why y'all had the relationship you had. You missed that. Like he said, a moment. I could be washing dishes. I'm like, Dad, I remember when me and her was washing these dishes. You dig what I'm saying? And she hit me, or she, grabbed my beard or whatever. Something that's not major to you that might be intimate to him.
That's why I said you missed the highs and the lows.
But that's not a high or low. That's just a moment that you spent with an individual. That's not a high or a low. That's just a moment that I remember, and I'm like, I hold this secret to me. A lot of people don't want to express that, the vulnerability, or just being sad. You know what I'm saying? They clam up. Some people use drugs. Some people use shopping. Some people use, it's all different reasons why you go through what you go through. I don't specifically think it's a high or a low. I just think it's an emotion and an attachment. And some people get infatuation confused with love. But I think it's a deep caring. And when you put yourself out there and you give your time away that you can't get back, that's hurtful.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying in general, you know, these are the things you have to look at when you're trying to get over the heartbreak. I'm not saying stay in the heartbreak. When you're getting over the heartbreak, you have to understand, you know, what do you really miss? Why are you still? Because when you grieve, you think about missing. You know, if you grieve in death, you miss the person and all the things that came with that person. So you're missing basically the death of the relationship.
Yeah,
so what are you really missing from the relationship?
Ended.
Right.
It
That's
depends.
It
depends on how
all
the relationship
don't end horrible. You got people. Some people just like, listen, we just
wasn't at the right place at the right time.
And I understand that.
Right. We couldn't mingle. We couldn't do what your man. You wanted before it got ugly. We both agreed to leave it at that.
Right.
Well, you know, that's okay, yeah, that's real. But how many relationships end like that? Come on now. You already know when you got heartbreak and you listening to I'm doing just fine, it's because it did not end admirably. You doing just fine.
That's not even true.
You doing just you play. I'm tired of listening to sad songs. Heartbreak and love TKO. You play them songs because it was not good.
Emotions faster.
Yeah, but music.
Some people, but you don't. It's not necessary. I'm listening to this sad song because I am doing just fine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm hard. Even though this shit is over, I'm gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't the time for us. Maybe if it is, we will meet each other again, or that just was what it was.
Okay.
Enjoy the time.
I mean, I'm not saying.
That's why I said it depends on how the relationship
and that's why I said we talking about if the relationship didn't end amicably, as you saying. If it wasn't a secure attachment, and you have people who remember, it
don't matter why we got together.
It does matter why you got together, and the reason why it matters why you got. You know why?
You got relationships. It don't matter how they got together. They got together when they was cheating with each other, and they lasted forever.
Yeah, I just seen relationships.
They done got married, had kids for the house, and they great. It doesn't matter how we got together. It matters how you treat me after we get together.
Right.
If you cheated on me, it doesn't matter how we got together, whether we was cheating together or not.
Right.
If you cheated on me, now you lose. But that's not always the truth.
But I'm just saying. But that's the scenario you're saying right there. If I cheated, you know
I'm just saying.
If you a cheatee, you gonna get cheated on. It's just gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna happen. Karma is above.
Not necessarily.
You don't really have.
Not necessarily.
You don't.
You gotta. What I'm saying is. You know,
are we talking long-term relationships?
We talking long-term relationships, short-term relationships. We talking about marriage. You know, 8 or 9 years committed. It depends. It doesn't really matter what kind of relationship.
You know, that shit that can end on some shit that I've been telling you for years. It can be simple in the beginning,
right?
But you ignored it for years,
right?
So I found it somewhere else,
right?
It doesn't matter. I may not even love this bitch,
right?
But I've been telling you for 15 fucking years to do this, and you ain't do it. But she did it without me even asking. Now it's like, damn.
But is that just really? Yeah, that's neglectful. But there's also a trigger response.
It is. Right.
It's a trigger response.
But if you like you said, if you explained it to the person and they still not, that's the boundary you was talking about last.
And I kept telling you.
Exactly.
We married, so it's no just getting a divorce.
And then Brandon come along, as I said. You know, I got somebody sitting on the bench waiting for you to mess up. You know, I don't consider that cheating because
that is cheating.
But I said I don't consider it cheating.
That's out of pocket. I let him know
everything. But I'm not messing with him. I'm just talking to him.
It don't matter. Why are you talking to him?
Because I'm not getting
you entertaining another man.
I'm not getting it at home.
That's the same thing as cheating. It's just not physical.
Exactly.
I said that.
That's what I'm saying. It's still cheating.
I said that to her.
What I could be getting from this female may not be physical, but she's doing exactly what I want, and I'm spending time and I'm giving her money.
No, we ain't doing that.
Yes, you are.
I'm not giving no man money.
But you giving him your time. That's like a man giving a female his money.
It's investment. You're invested in Brandon, like I said, and that's why he wants a residual.
That's like a man giving a female his money. You're giving me your time.
That was two episodes ago. But tonight we talking about heartbreak.
If he give you his money, and then if he give you the little bit of time he do have, you know he love you for real.
I'm just saying, when you dealing with heartbreak, you know, and what you just said, you know, you say I asked you to do this for a long time and you didn't do it, so I moved on to somebody else. I'm a firm believer. You should just end one relationship, close the door before you walk through another.
You see, but the difference, it depends on how fast you walk through that other door.
Most men walk through as soon as they break up.
See, you keep saying most men. We don't walk through a relationship door when we break up.
Well, I don't know.
We walk through a whole door.
Okay,
that's the door we walk through.
That's facts.
We become who we was before we met you.
Okay, come on. And you heard
this is what I was doing, so now I'm gonna do these bitches super dirty.
Yes, yeah.
But if we do something like that,
females,
you're a whore.
Because y'all not on equal playing field. It's not an equal playing field.
So I'm supposed to be heartbroken and just walk around with the I can't sleep, baby. I can't live, baby.
Oh, y'all fine going back to an ex or a side nigga that you've been fucking for years, but you don't go fuck a whole bunch of new niggas.
No, I don't do that either.
You understand what I'm saying? Do that. You can. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same. When it's easy for y'all to go fuck a bunch of niggas.
It
is. It's easy.
But I still wouldn't do that.
You know what I'm saying? So why would I commend you for something that's easy for you? It's not easy for a man to go out and fuck 10 bitches.
Yes, it is. What the hell y'all get?
Why?
That depends on no ugly nigga.
Why?
Sorry. Women,
if he ugly and don't got no money, he ain't getting nothing. Y'all can be ugly, butt ass ugly, and niggas are still slide up in there.
You are the knife fighter.
Never was a knife fighter. Never was a knife fighter.
That's what that woman is called. If these knife fighters is out here, and you want to get it, don't get discouraged. You know, you have your job to do as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to bring people back.
I'm just saying.
Why would you be celebrating for something that's easy?
Okay, now y'all talk about
you can literally sleep with 5 men in one day, easy. It's hard for a man to sleep with more than 3 bitches in one day.
Yeah, he ain't getting up like that. He ain't getting up like that. I gotta stop it.
That's biologically you can't do it. You drain the nuts. But I'm just saying, in general, heartbreak plays out differently for different people.
It plays out.
We all can agree with that, right?
Yeah, differently for different people because everybody not the same. Okay. Every breakup not the same.
Well,
how fast you get over it depends on what happens during the relationship.
Okay, we're gonna talk about the kind of breakup where y'all was in. It was a toxic relationship. Okay. You know, y'all was doing some crazy shit. You know, fighting all the time.
Like my relationship, rest in peace, with you know his name, but we fought all the time. Like we fought all the time. Like we was actually fist fighting each other. That's how bad it was. We should have left each other a long time ago, but we both was toxic. We both was trauma bonding. Like you said, we were like, I'm not going nowhere.
So I'm gonna ask you this: when y'all, I'm sure I've been in a toxic relationship. You know, I told y'all a little bit about my relationship last week with the love bombing and the 8 years. Right. I should have got hit with the stupid stick. But we're gonna talk about while you in that toxic relationship. Did you ever think about regulating your emotions or have the emotional intelligence to say, hey, this is not conducive to my well-being?
No, I was angry over breakfast. Like I didn't know.
So you was begging that breakfast.
I was just banging. Like
what about you, Mia?
I was just angry. I didn't even realize until now that I got therapy what I was even angry about. That the things that was bothering me from a child, I suppressed it because I had to be strong for others.
We talk about in a relationship.
That's how it was. I was angry.
You were bringing childhood trauma into a relationship.
Luggage into another relationship. And that's where I was wrong at because I should have not even gotten a relationship. I should have just chilled and healed and tried to figure me out. But I'm like, no, I don't want to be by myself.
It be with most people that stay with toxic people. They feel as though I can change them or they going to change for me.
Yeah. Well, my problem, I'm going to keep it all the way real. It ain't even the fact to change. I had to realize through therapy, I'm a fixer. Mm-hmm. I like to fix things. So I went in my relationship. No, this is my truth.
No, she said something. But you're not gonna tell me that when I was there through it. When you said shit and he didn't do what you wanted, it was wall out. So you was trying to fix him.
Listen, I was trying to.
Subliminally, it was. I'm
fixer.
Trying to fix you for me,
yeah,
and he's trying to fix you for him.
And y'all not, yes,
because y'all not for each other.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a fixer.
And you trying to say,
and I go into a relationship.
Oh, bitch, you mother.
Yeah, I told you I was angry.
I go into a relationship. I go into a relationship treating you like a puzzle. And I had to realize that because I be putting pieces together. The I see should be putting. You might not be that puzzle. You know, you might not fit in that picture that I see, but I'll be putting you in the picture.
So and you was directing movies.
Yes, I was directing the movie and producing the movie.
You didn't have to put the right actors.
No, she's a potential seeker.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is.
Okay.
You see potential.
Yeah, I do. I date potential. I do. I date potential.
You can't call him a bum because he might not even potentially think he a bum.
It doesn't matter.
It don't mean
if you in a bum situation, you can't be down on your luck for 8 years with somebody who helping you out. You ain't paying shit. You ain't doing shit. You can get 3 jobs, stack your money up, get a car, do this, do that, do this, and you just not. That's bum mentality. You're not a bum because you don't have a job, because you don't not doing this. You're a bum because you don't not doing nothing with your money. You're a bum because you want clothes and shoes, but you ain't got an apartment to live in.
Right.
You a bum.
Okay. In certain situations that will be classified as bum status.
You're a bum.
I look at it like, it's not even, like I said, me personally, I just know I like fixing people. And I had to realize you can't fix nobody who don't want to fix themselves. You know, so however that person chooses to live. I was looking at, and I did that with my ex-husband. It's like,
you only live in this way because you have to.
I live in, I see the good in people.
Help you, and maybe you won't. You know what I'm saying? You will upgrade you, and you'll thank me.
You never kick a brother while he's down, and you weren't the type of person to do that. You supported and tried to build him up, and he resisted you.
But then when he didn't do what you thought he would do, when he didn't go do shit to your expectations,
I said when I was trying to put them together like a project,
where you felt resentment,
and I started.
Yes.
And at that point, you should have left.
Didn't I say that last week that I should have went back?
But instead, you started.
I started
dismantling with the little bit that you built, and breaking it down even further.
I did. I was being petty. I did some petty stuff. I was being petty. I was being petty to Bell.
But you have to break that cycle, because you
have
to be honest with yourself.
I told myself
that's what you do. That's your cycle. You pick a bunch of potentials. And
I'm gonna tell you, like I said,
when they don't live up to your expectations, you break them down further than what you found.
Listen, I said I find projects and I try to put them together, and like I said, and then when it don't fit, like that's just like putting a square peg in a circle. It's not gonna fit, and I start getting overwhelmed, and I might get frustrated. Yeah, then I start getting unappreciated, and that triggers me from a childhood trigger. Now I'm disappointed. Right. So now I start doing things passive aggressively.
Break this toy.
Now I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
He's no longer a man. He's a toy.
Yes.
I never said. And we're not just talking about me, because this is not about me. It's about people in general. And like I said, I know I'm a fixer, and I know what I do.
Just like it.
And that's why I know that's a childhood trigger of mine. I get hyper independent. I don't ask you for nothing, but then I get mad because you don't do nothing.
Right. So that's a conversation
that I need to have, first of all, with myself.
Yes.
Secondly, I need to let you know this is who I am.
Right.
Now, if you choose to deal with that, that's on you. Because I gave you the option. See, I never give you the option. I just give you.
When people do that, they always say that's on you.
And that's wrong to say. That is a wrong phrase.
How about you deny that person because you know you're not right?
I never said I was right. I'm saying
people in general.
No,
people in general. I say when people say that,
our viewers to know that
that's not right.
So you're actually going through that. You know, you actually.
What I'm saying
in general should just say, "Hey, I'm not ready." What won't do instead of just saying, "Well, that's your fault." I told you who I was, and you still said,
"See, it's people like I said being honest. If you tell a person not all your flaws, but you can say something like, "Look, I'm gonna let you know I'm not 100% healed. I'm still on my healing journey. I'm a fucked up individual in certain areas, and these are some of the areas I'm a little fucked up in. Now, if you choose to jump in my boat and we go driving into the sunset, just know it's gonna be some holes in the back of this boat because that didn't get healed yet, and I didn't fix that. So when that water start treading in the boat, don't get mad because I told you it was holes back there."
But you might have a man that can, or meet a guy that understands that and will take his time with you because he knows you're not healed because of your honesty.
Just like if a man come into a situation,
you come in a relationship and say, "Listen, I got mommy issues." You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got them. You feel what I'm saying? My husband will tell you right now, I got mommy issues. I do. But I ain't come in a relationship when I met him. You know, I got mommy issues. You know, I feel some type of way. I don't think my mom, you know what I mean, cared about me the way I felt as though she's supposed to care about me. But this is what I'm feeling. You feel what I'm saying? And this is not actually what my mama thinks. You feel what I'm saying? But this is what I'm feeling. I'm not going to come in a relationship and say that. A lot of people are scared to be vulnerable because they think they're weak.
Or they're going to think they're going to use it against them.
Or somebody would use it against
them.
But
it does.
Exactly.
But coming into a relationship,
and that's what most
coming into a relationship, being honest and being self-aware. That's having emotional intelligence, that you are self-aware of yourself, that you know for a fact what kind of person you are.
But when you tell a person your flaws, and then they say, "I'm not going to use it against you," then turn around and the very first argument you have, use it against you.
You ain't gonna want to tell them nothing. We talked about that last week too. That men don't get that. Men don't get it. That trust is going. But what I'm saying is, having emotional intelligence is being self-aware that you're a fucked up ass individual. You ain't nobody perfect in this world. Like I said, I never portrayed to be perfect, and like I tell myself every day, I did shit too. I'm not going to say it was all that person because that would be a lie, and that would be what you call ingenuous.
No, blame shaming.
No, it would be ingenuous.
It's not being perfect, but it's finding somebody that's perfect for you.
Yeah, but I'm saying to sit there and just blame the other person is being ingenuous because you already know you ain't perfect. You know you did crap too, and like I said, I'm in the business of owning. I had triggers and my inner child, like I said, had childhood triggers that I allowed to show.
It's sometimes that I didn't do nothing, and this person did.
I'm not, like I said, when you in a toxic relationship and betrayal happens, you're not the blame. You can't take on that emotional debt that it was your fault, that the damage was done.
Saying, I'm not saying that. No, in some relationship, when it ends, it's not my fucking fault. And I'm not taking no fault in it.
Listen.
Like, that's just facts. I can't accept my responsibility because I had no play in it.
Okay.
I did not know this motherfucker didn't want to be with me. I didn't know that she wanted Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Okay. You talking about cheating.
Coming home with me and doing all this crazy
shit. You talking about cheating in the relationship. Okay, so cheating in a relationship.
You just said long-term.
Yeah, like we're talking about. If you want to talk about
cheating, toxic.
Yes. Okay, we talking about.
That's some toxic shit.
Yeah, if you talk about
always
cheating.
In a toxic relationship, it's not always two parties.
No, it's not.
It's one person that just if you can have a person that just keep forgiving.
A person that
keep forgiving.
Yep.
It just be like, I want it.
But that's a trigger that you need to recognize about yourself.
Yeah, but that's
what I'm saying.
Fault.
It is your fault. It's a childhood trauma that you didn't reserve. You didn't get healed. So you keep forgiving because your fear of being abandoned. Yes. You fear of not being chosen. Right. So you continue to deal with the drama and the bullshit or whatever, as you would say, because you don't want to be alone. The end factor is I don't want to be alone. So if I gotta eat shit, okay, I'ma eat it.
But how many
females
you know growing up ain't have a dad?
A lot.
How many niggas that you know ain't have a dad that's only raised by females?
Okay, I know a lot. And what I'm saying is, when you have, like you said, growing up without a father is an absent caregiver.
If you don't got no male role model to replace,
but you grow up, any child that's not emotionally safety, and that takes two parents to provide that emotional safety, they're going to start learning defense mechanism, survival skills, so that fight or flight, always on survival mode, looking over your shoulder, because you never know what's coming through the door. You grow up as kids, that's a form of protection. Yeah. But when you bring it into adult relationships, that is an armor that can hinder a relationship, because now you got a fortress around you. Mm-hmm. You ain't letting nobody in, and you ain't coming out.
Mm-hmm. You guard your heart to the T, and you might let somebody get like close when you fuck with them a little bit. You know what I mean?
And that's another form
but you never have my whole heart, because bitch, you not breaking.
Yeah, trauma that you suffered as a child. I've been abandoned. I know how that feels. I don't want. I'm not feeling that no more.
Abandon nobody, but you're not gonna feel that abandonment.
You gonna make sure
when stuff get hot, I'm out. I leave a motherfucker.
Exactly.
If you disrespecting me,
that's how it shows up in adult relationship. You feel abandonment. I'm gonna get you before you get me, because
I'm gonna get you before you get me.
I'm gonna abandon you before you abandon
me, and then I'm gonna leave.
Hey, however it shows up. What I'm saying is,
I'm not leaving. What the fuck we leaving for?
What I'm saying is,
the only thing we can't talk about is cheating.
What I'm saying is, all of those underlying things that happen in toxic relationships stem from childhood trauma that was unresolved. Mm-hmm. And everybody always think, when you think about childhood trauma, they think about neglect or sexual rape, or SNA or physical abuse. No, emotional abuse is real, and a lot of kids don't talk about that, because it's like, okay, I'm rolling with the punches. But then when you get in adult relationships, like I said, you become hyper vigilant. You become oversensitive. You become people pleasing.
Homes with multiple kids. Mm-hmm. And then the oldest, and then the online till you got the baby. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers had to watch. Motherfuckers had to watch.
I know we went through that.
And like, you understand what I'm saying? So everybody is like, oh yeah, I had to grow up before I was grown.
Right. But that goes back.
And that's another form of trauma. No, but because you had to be the responsible one. And you always just think about when you always got to be the responsible one. You don't know how to just exist in the moment, because you always overthinking something, because you always had to be the responsible one. So now I gotta think 2 steps ahead.
Is either I'm overly responsible, I never really enjoy the moment, or my adulthood, right? Or I overly enjoy every moment, right, because I couldn't as a child. Right. So now, once I got away, I'm living in this moment. There's nothing else. I'm not thinking past this moment. I'm not thinking past nothing.
And that's a lot of people that still act like a child.
Exactly. Yes. That's where you get it. You talking about it's either one or two ways. Yes. I can either be an adult, or you got that kid that's just like, oh no, I gotta do this. I got this. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't go out. They miss every high school party as an adult. They don't go out. They be to themselves. They kind of weird.
That's not weird. No. That's childhood trauma showing up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, some people been alone so long they rather be they got used to.
I don't feel like being responsible for anybody else. Exactly. That's what that is.
But that's selfish too.
But see, the thing is, like when you dealing with heartbreak,
ostracizing yourself.
Yeah, but when you
exclude yourself out of pure. Because I don't feel like, because you feel like you got to be responsible for other adults now.
Yeah, for life.
But
okay, listen. Now we gonna steer the conversation back about being there. So all of those things that you're feeling are forms of, like I said, trauma that show up in adult relationships. When you ignore the red flags because you just be like, I'm so into this person, and then when it goes down that road and you crash and you hit that wall, you start replaying those red flags that you overlooked. You start, you silence your intuition like, man, my gut was telling me this wasn't right, and I wasn't listening to it. So you start grieving other person that you allowed to get away with all the stuff that you start playing in your head. You know what I'm saying? When you going through a heartbreak, you laying in your bed like, I can't believe I know I'm smarter than that. I can't believe I let him get away with that. Right. You know what I mean? Then you start, you shrinking yourself, like you start blaming yourself. If I wasn't a fool, I wouldn't. I mean, this wouldn't even be hurting me like that. I shouldn't even let him get, you know what I mean? You start internalizing the heartbreak and putting the onus on yourself. Not looking outward. Okay, yes, it happened. It hurt. Your body going through a whole bunch of emotions all at once because your nervous system is all over the place. That's where emotional regulation come into play. You have to learn to emotionally regulate yourself. When you get angry, it's just telling your body that something is wrong.
Well, that's all
and
about.
And then once the anger hit,
that's all about triggers.
Yeah, it's
all about all that. You wouldn't have any triggers if you had emotional intelligence.
And exactly. That go hand in hand. For you to
emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is knowing your triggers.
Mm-hmm. Not just knowing your triggers, knowing how to deal when your triggers hit. Because see, emotional intelligence is being self-aware of what's going on.
As y'all say,
then you self-regulate.
That's emotional regulation.
Right. Yes.
Emotional intelligence is identifying the problem.
Exactly.
Having the ability to know, exactly what you're feeling in the moment.
Exactly.
Emotional regulation is not expressing it outwardly in the wrong way.
Exactly. And that's emotional deregulation when you do it outward. Like I said,
I know exactly how I'm feeling. I just can't regulate it in the moment.
And emotional intelligence is
I'm letting that emotion control everything.
That's right. So you self-aware, you self-regulate, then you motivate yourself to do better. It's a motivation tactic. Then you always have empathy. Empathy, a lot of people don't like to talk about empathy, but empathy go a long way because empathy gives you the ability to see the other side of that coin. Mm-hmm. How would you feel if you was in those shoes? Mm-hmm. And then you have the social skills to deal with trauma or heartbreak or whatever is going on. Like you said, you got to recognize what is the feeling, name the feeling, and then learn how to activate that feeling in a positive way instead of a negative way.
But if you're not receiving the response you feel as though you should get in that moment, and then you lose that regulation because now I regulated it, and you still
was being disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then that's where anger kicks over. And my problem is the anger always takes over.
Right.
There is no middleman. When I'll be emotionally intelligent,
I'm gonna tell you what I am. What your triggers are. I'm gonna tell you what triggers are. Triggers are not someone making you mad. It's they touching that unhealed trauma that you don't want nobody to know about. That's what the trigger is. So think about it. When you get triggered and you get angry, why are you angry? Like you said, you got mommy issues. So if somebody come at you and they treating you certain way and it make you feel how your mama used to make you feel when you was a kid, you couldn't cuss your mama out. Right. But now you could cuss this person out because you ain't my mama. Right. I could disrespect you the way I wanted to disrespect my mama, but I couldn't. But I could disrespect you. Right. And then something that's so small that could have been an easy conversation. Look, don't do that no more. I don't like that. Right. It becomes so big because it takes you back to when your mama or your daddy or your grandmama or whoever did that to you. Right. And it's just like you putting something in the jar. You keep stuffing something in the jar. Eventually that jar going to explode. And that's you exploding on your significant other because they touched that unhealed trauma you never resolved and you never could get it off when you wanted to get it off.
And I get it off on my significant other. I feel like I have done that many a time.
So you either yell, you shut down, or you could deflect. You could, you know what I mean? Or you go for the juggler. Like, look, now I'm suited up, I'm booted up, I'm about to stab you up. Because we're going to war. And what I get ready to say, you ain't gonna like it because I'm gonna verbally assault you.
It ain't no fight or flight with me. It's all fight.
How do we allow it to get there? Like we all, like you said, we all intelligent people.
You know why? It's because I told this person
I'm understanding.
Yo, don't do this.
I didn't say that too.
Don't say this to me when I'm there.
Right.
So when you do it after you already know it bothers me, you're trying to antagonize me.
Right.
And then it's a person. Then if you said it's toxic, you can't be dealing with a person that won't let you leave. Even after you like, yo, chill, all right. And then the person who keeps saying disrespectful, out of pocket shit, now you antagonize me, you trying to make me angry.
And you got
now I'm gonna give you the response that you're looking for.
Okay, and when that happens, how to regulate? Listen, no, how
immediately
to listen.
I'm wrong.
Emotionally, when that happens, if somebody antagonizing you, now you getting angry. That's where emotional regulation comes into play. So, tool number one, you have to name it to tame it. And what I mean by that is, okay, you get angry. So you know what I'm feeling is not anger. What I'm feeling is I'm feeling disrespected.
And you ignore me and you disrespect me.
No, exactly what I'm saying. You name it. Yes, I'm not angry. See, most people say now I'm getting mad. No, you're not mad. What you are is disrespected. What you are is either rejected because she rejecting your feelings or how you feel about something by minimizing them. She not acknowledging what you're saying. So now you feel some type of way about that. So what you're feeling is not anger. What you're feeling is disrespect or rejection. Because she rejecting the fact that you're trying to be civil. She rejecting your feelings. I'm telling you this bothers me, and you just like, oh well, fuck you. Yeah. So you gotta name what you're feeling. See, most people just say I'm angry. Okay, you angry.
I be feeling?
What is making you angry? Is it the disrespect? Is the dishonesty? Is it the betrayal? Is it the lying? It's the gaslight? It's the manipulation? So once you start naming it, once you start naming it, you understand what it is. Tool number 2 is the 90-second rule. You only feel something for 90 seconds, whether it's anger, fear, sadness, anything. It only happens for 90 seconds. What keeps you angry is the story you feed it. Come on. So if you don't feed the story, you ain't gonna stay mad that long. That emotion gonna pass in 90 seconds if you let it go. The reason why it don't go nowhere because you like, I can't believe this motherfucking bitch think I'm fucking stupid.
It's happening in front of your face.
Listen,
it is still happening.
I'm telling you.
Right. How you let it go? That's how you,
because you know
why it's happening.
Okay, why it's happening? You know what you do?
And then you say you angry for 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
And then it's been 30 minutes.
Listen.
And
listen. You asked me a question.
Reliving the story is what she said.
I ain't reliving it. It's still happening.
No, but you're feeding the story. She keep doing this. I keep telling her to stop. She keep doing. You telling yourself this. That's what keep making you get amped. Now, once you name it, and the 90 seconds, take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale, put some cold water on your face and just chill. And read, while she talking like you say, you know what, I'm not going to even entertain her because this is what she want. I ain't even going to give her what she want. I'm going to let her just sit out there and ball out by herself.
Toxic.
And look how stupid.
It's toxic.
No, but I'm just saying.
Bitch, just slap the shit out you.
I'm trying to show you how.
Woman,
what?
Do it.
You ignore her? Well, I done tried it. I done tried playing the goddamn game.
We're talking about regulating your emotions.
That's
not
what
her.
I'm saying. I'm regulating mine.
Exactly. I didn't say ignore her.
No.
I said
you telling me
take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
You do all that. Let's say you do that, and then somebody just barking at you. Then I know it. You look to the side like you telling it. I'm not hearing none of this. And then you look back. You see a hand coming to your face.
Whack.
Oh, see now.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Why you ignore? And that's what some people.
That's a toxic female.
Some women can't deal with being ignored.
What?
But see, what I'm saying is, okay, listen. We ain't talking about face to face. Y'all argue via text.
No, you ain't this.
Listen, it don't have to be face to face. Y'all can be arguing over the phone. Pause the texts. Stop calling. Don't answer the phone. Take that time for yourself. Because now you
must not have really dealt with a toxic person.
I have.
Pause. Stop the text. Motherfucker, pull up. What is you talking about? To your job, to your house, to your mama house. You dealing with this person for years. They know everywhere you are. They didn't come ever so calmly to everywhere. Like they don't even know y'all arguing.
Right.
That's a crazy toxic motherfucker. You ain't never deal with that?
Mommy.
Like, what is you talking about?
I'm just saying.
The motherfucker come with food and all that just to throw in your fucking face. Fuck is you talking about?
Regulating your emotions. You can't fix that person. We talking about
see, after that happened, after all this shit I'm saying happened, I can't regulate shit after
yes, you do, because your nervous system is what is important.
Nervous system got 100 cc's of adrenaline running through that bitch. Fuck is you talking about? I'm finna stop something. Like a chokeabitch.com. Like, hold on. No, she didn't just 3-piece me in front of everybody.
You really can't ignore them.
I just took a 30-minute break because you came to my top. Soon as I step out the door. What the fuck? You crazy.
Okay. You dealing with the toxic bitches.
That's toxic shit.
But I'm just saying, you have to, you still have to
leave that bitch and then you can't leave that bitch.
You still have to learn emotional regulation.
Every bitch you talking to.
What? Could be your cousin.
I'm just saying. You
still knocking on your door at 10 o'clock at night.
We talked about this last week. When you got all that, you got to get off that roller coaster, get off that ride. You have to separate. Because you can love a person from afar. And closure doesn't mean me and you having a face-to-face conversation. Closure can mean I shut you out my mind and my heart. And you stay over there. It's not that I don't love you no more.
Closure for every nigga and female, I believe, is when they fuck you that last time.
That's not closure.
And no, and they really don't be thinking about you. Be like, oh shit, I don't even give a fuck.
That's not closure because somebody's waking up with feelings, and most likely be the man.
Nope. No, because after y'all break up, it's that couple month period. It's that couple month period where y'all still be fucking on each other, and then it's like, all right,
that's not everybody.
We done. It's like, shit, I don't give a fuck. It's not the same. Fuck out of here. That's just what it is.
Wow.
You ain't no millennial shit.
That's not a man thing.
Y'all old motherfuckers do that shit too.
Is that a man thing? Because I don't know about that.
Okay, no, that's just an ex thing.
Okay.
I be hating my ex.
I don't hate my exes.
I make them hate me.
I don't hate them. I just
violent. So that's
I just sometimes I have them break up with themselves.
I don't even.
I say that's like a cool 90% of people that was ever in a relationship. They always fuck their ex.
They do.
Yeah.
They can.
But I'm gonna up it and say like a cool 95. Like,
yeah.
I would. I'd say 95. Like 95.
Well, I'm just saying. With that being said, we still have to. We still got to think about forgiveness.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the?
You sleep with the person because you're comfortable being with them until you find somebody.
That's what it is. That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
You sleeping with that person until you really don't have no feelings for him.
Yeah, so you find somebody.
You are literally. He's literally just a dildo. Yeah. If he act crazy, you be like, block. I'm done. And when it gets that easy, that's when you know you're done with him. That's when you know the relationship is really over. Because while y'all still fucking and doing all that other shit, it's a possibility that y'all can get back together if y'all start acting right.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But if nobody start acting right, he's still doing what the fuck he want to do. You start searching for another one. Y'all just fucking each other because you don't want to fuck nobody else till you feel comfortable.
Right.
He's still fucking other bitches.
Right.
And you know that.
Right.
Like.
Been there, done that, broke the book. Anywho,
I'm just saying, so that's like 95% of people.
But
95% of people have done that.
We talking about once it's over. You done did the little fucking between. You sitting at home listening to motherfucking Neo talking about I'm tired of singing love songs and all that crazy shit. You know,
when that's
you tell her to get going.
Already listened to them love songs and did all that.
I'm doing just
y'all
fine.
Y'all made up 17 times and now y'all just fucking for real. And both of y'all know that. But when somebody be like, no, he's in a relationship, he's like, no. You done already did all that crazy shit. Motherfuckers still get an attitude, but don't act too crazy because he's like, we ain't on that. Right, you understand what I'm saying? You done already been through that. Now you just finalizing it. All you at is like, Is it for real? For real? Now, once she react like that, it's for real. For real.
Yeah.
It's over.
I kind of agree with that.
Y'all choose when the relationship is over. For real.
Yes, women do.
I'm just being honest with you.
That's facts.
Okay. So you saying we make our own self heartbroken?
Yes.
But you need that pain.
Y'all choose when the relationship is over. And I say this because if it was up to a nigga, if she ain't cheat on him all crazy, if I could just fuck you and you and you and get every benefits of being in a relationship with you and you, a nigga would.
Women do the same shit.
But y'all, it's easy for y'all because niggas chase y'all. Mm-hmm. Y'all are the suitors. Mm-hmm. But we are the prize.
No, y'all not. We both people are the prize. I don't know why men always think that they just the prize. Women are the prize too.
Because
it's a partnership. Both of y'all are the prize.
In the world, it is a partnership. It's like the umbrella, and y'all the umbrella holder. Mm-hmm. Without y'all holding us up in the rain, we can't protect you. Mm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't hold us up, we can't protect you. And if you know what I mean, but we protect ourselves just fine. We don't mind getting wet. Right. That ain't shit. Right. I don't give a fuck. I'm cool. This is everyday men life. We try to protect y'all from like the fucked up shit that goes on in the world. And we expect y'all to hold us up in return. And when you don't hold us up, we gonna leave your ass.
Some women hold
find another bitch that hold us up.
No, you can hold a man up and he still cheat on you and leave you.
That's a nigga who just want more.
Dummy. No, that's a dumb nigga.
That's like 80% of niggas.
Yeah, they dumb. They shoot themselves in the foot.
Everybody want more. And niggas just want different pussy. Like, to be honest.
I believe that.
And then it's just like, yeah, I seen that. I want that. But then I want my wife.
Yeah. No.
I see you with my kids. Mm-hmm. This a freak bitch.
No.
That's exactly what it is now.
Yeah, but that don't make it right.
Nobody's saying it's right.
I don't make it right.
Never said it was right.
Life is with God. A guy will tell you in a heartbeat, oh, she wasn't about nothing. I just hit that. After you found out he cheated on you with this fucking bitch. You remember what that guy said? I slept with a bitch I wouldn't even date.
Facts.
I fucked my relationship up with a bitch I wouldn't even date her.
That's facts.
Like this bitch, I wouldn't even walk in. She ain't meet my mama. She ain't meet my mama. She a knife fighter, but she a freak. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not taking her home. No. A knife fighter is not just an ugly bitch. You gotta listen to your brother, let him break it down to you. It's real shit. My brother had to break it down to me because I'm like, why you always with these knife? He's like, no. A knife fighter is not always ugly bitches because a bitch can talk to you and have a good conversation with you, and you only see her.
That's not a knife fighter.
No, you don't see her. No, you don't see her. You don't see her ugliness. You feel what I'm saying? You see her.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
You can bust it up with a joint.
Beauty ain't in the eye of shit. Beauty is beauty.
But what epitome of beauty are you looking
for? Bitches can be beautiful, and you have some ugly ass motherfuckers. It don't matter what standard of beauty you're going on. You ugly. You have some motherfuckers who are just gorgeous. Yeah. All standards of beauty.
Yes.
You fit.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Facts. Yeah. You got motherfuckers.
And most people that look good, that you say are beautiful, are the ones that have the most horrible souls.
Not all the time.
Most of them.
Not all the time.
Most pretty people are the bullies.
Not all the time. Because most of the time, and I say this for niggas will go after a pretty bitch just to knock her down the peg.
I believe that.
And that's a fact.
That's so ignorant.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I believe
that. I know for a fact.
That's sad.
I know a couple niggas who go after like just want a pretty bitch just to knock her down. Like,
like she thinks exactly.
Right.
Exactly. You have ugly guys that have got pretty girls. It was like, well, I'll give you her. You know what I'm saying? I get anybody.
Nigga, you ain't really got her. She wanted something.
But that's what I'm saying. She only got with you because the pretty niggas was doing her dirty. So she said, okay, I'm going to give you a chance. And then you turn around with your ugly looking ass.
It just is what it is.
You know what I'm saying? And
okay.
She like, wow.
And with all of the things we're talking about, forgiveness. You know, you have to learn to forgive yourself. Mm-hmm. And like I said, forgive the other person. Because closure doesn't mean actually having a conversation. Sometimes closure means just, like you said, a simple block. A simple just fade the black.
You gotta forgive the person. You just ain't got a heart.
I didn't say forgive them. I said forgive yourself. See, a lot of times people,
you're not forgiving them.
You're not forgiving them for them. You're forgiving them. You're forgiving yourself. So you ain't got to carry that bitterness, that baggage into the next relationship, because now you living lighter. Because I let it go.
You be so mad. You hold on to that. You start blaming yourself. Like a woman that gets cheated on, that feels betrayed. A lot of people do that. A woman, I'm gonna say a woman because I'm a woman. When you get cheated on, you feel betrayed. You feel like you wasn't good enough. You feel this.
Or what that person had that I had.
Exactly. What did I do to deserve that? You start blaming yourself, and that's why you get mad. That's why you have to forgive yourself, because you ain't here to try.
There's nothing you would have done or could have done that was going to prevent him from cheating if he wanted to cheat at you, me.
Bitches out here fucking for anything.
So once you forgive yourself, you can start.
There's certain bitches out here that's like
you can start the journey of loving yourself again.
Because she was hurt. That's why she's doing that.
Loving yourself again, and loving yourself again meaning doing hobbies, doing things that you start looking at who you was before the relationship. Most people lose themselves in the relationship, and you're not supposed to be two individuals. You're not supposed to be two individuals.
Lose a part of yourself.
You're supposed to lose a part of yourself, but some people lose 90% of themselves in the relationship. They whole identity becomes their identity.
Yes.
That whole relationship is their identity. They don't have no hobbies. They don't do things that's not coincide with their relationship. So they lose themselves. And getting back to loving yourself is start doing the things you were doing prior to your relationship. Your hobbies. Whatever, reading, writing, whatever it is you do.
Not being afraid to seek help.
I'm just
saying. Go to therapy.
Outside, like when they in a relationship, when they outside, I don't really do nothing. I may go out with my friends, but if I'm not at work, I'm playing the game with my friends, or I'm out with them. That's all we doing with the bros. We chilling, chasing bitches. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's life. I get money.
Okay.
Fuck bitches.
You chasing chicks or whatever. But what I'm saying is you getting yourself back in a mental headspace. See, here at Alike's Cozy Escape, we all about mental health. Because mental health is, you can't have physical health without mental health. Because if your mind ain't right, your body going to be all out of whack. Because your mind is what controls your body. And when your mind is messed up, stress is undue stress to the body. That's why you have your pains and headaches, and you don't even know where all this pain coming from, because you ain't mentally in a good headspace. So you got to be mentally healthy so you can be physically healthy. A lot of people walk around with disabilities, and it's a mind thing. As soon as they get their mind together, they realize, where that pain going? Because you're mentally healthy. So after a breakup, you got to get mentally healthy. All the triggers that you see yourself, do some self-reflecting, learning self-awareness. Start learning how to regulate your emotions and stop being so deregulated that you fly off the handle and you explode and you yell and you shut down, or you do things that causes undue stress to not just your body, but to the relationship. Because a lot of times, if you don't effectively communicate, you can't understand what's going on. So effectively communicating is one of the greatest things. And a lot of people say, well, I talk all the time, but do you effectively communicate? Do you listen actively, not to just to respond, but to understand where this person is coming from, so you can acknowledge what they're saying? You ain't got to agree, but give them the benefit of the doubt that you understand that this is where this person is coming from.
And vice versa.
And they understand where you coming from. You might not agree, but they not give them the common courtesy to say, hey, I acknowledge that's how you feel. I can't make you feel no different, but I can see where you coming from. You know what I mean? Most people listen long enough to respond, and when they hear that one thing that they don't like, that's where their brain stop at. And when I'm gonna cut you off, because I'm gonna cut you deep. No, I ain't. I don't be saying that, because that ain't what. and and then the person yelling, and nothing is getting resolved because y'all not listening to each other. So, like I said, getting back to loving yourself is learning those tools to effectively communicate. Be self-aware. Regulate your emotions. Don't fly off the handles. Recognize them triggers when you see a person trying to pull them out your that unhealed trauma that you need to seek help for. Because, like I said, I'm on over here at Elite Case Code the Escape. I'm big on that inner child. That inner child has to be safe. And a lot of people don't like talking to that inner child, saying, "Hey, I got you. You safe now. You don't got to come out and act like an ass. Because we good over here." Mm-hmm. So, like I said, therapy, get a peer group or sometimes group therapy. Because when you get in a group and see that a lot of people that went through the same thing you went through, it's easy for you to talk, and then you get the tools that they have to help them get over it, and then y'all can, peg off each other. Ain't nothing wrong with getting healthy mentally. Like a lot of the young community, they think therapy is like, taboo. Oh, I ain't crazy. Well, I ain't gonna go sit on nobody's couch. But I'm telling you,
deep down, you crazy.
Therapy if a lot of people seek therapy for unresolved childhood trauma, it'd be better relationships as adulthood, because you'll understand what's going on. And like I said, being an African American from the 80s to now to present, you suffer some type of childhood trauma.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna have to deal with them demons.
Oh yeah.
And exercise them. Because if you don't, you're gonna always be in a toxic love triangle. Always. Constant circle. And you get out of one relationship and you in another one, then you realize, why am I still having the same problem I had with Sally? Because Sally is the same as Karen. Karen just got on a different outfit. Because you didn't change you. Because at the end of the day, if you got 4 or 5 relationships and you have all the same problems, the common denominator is you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It can't be everybody else. It got to be you. So you got to do some internal expectation into yourself. Start looking at yourself and fixing yourself. Like I said, you can't fix the person you in a relationship with, but if you start fixing yourself, and sometimes when you work on yourself, you realize, why the hell was I with this person in the first place?
Or the person actually tried to adapt to you changing. Because you as a man is the leader anyway. And if you set the boundaries and if you start getting yourself together and you doing everything right, if she's a good woman,
she'll start being softer and being her feminine, like, oh my God, like, this man, he really got it together. Right. Like I said, you ain't gotta most people always think money. Oh, like I said, when you talk about a table, it's intangible things you can bring to a table. It always ain't got to be finances. Oh, I got the house, I got the car, whatever. Yeah, but you a hollow individual.
Or shallow individual.
So you can have all those accolades. Oh, I got the degrees, I got this, I got this, I got that. But what intangible things do you bring? I bring empathy, I bring support, I bring loyalty, I bring honesty. I will bring whatever you put together, I can make it tenfold. Whatever I bring support. I bring leadership, because you're not going to always be able to lead. But when the days when you feeling down and you depleted, I got you.
Right.
Like you said, I'm the umbrella that's holding you up. I'm holding you up.
I'm the backbone to your fair ground.
So that's what I bring to the table. And in return, I want you to be able to hold me up when I'm sturdy.
Yes.
But I ain't sturdy. I'm wobbly. You supposed to be that brick at the end of the table that you used to prop your table up back in the day. You got to be there for me, just like I will be there for you.
So you're not sturdy is when you're getting drenched.
Right.
I'm wobbly. You got to be able to say, "Hey, I got you, baby.
I'm gonna cover you when you're getting drenched in the rain."
Exactly.
And that's what makes a strong relationship. And before you get into another relationship, that's why I said all these tools help you get back to yourself. And once you start loving yourself in a mental headspace, you can go into another relationship and recognize the red flags before and stop saying, "Oh, they just pink. I'm gonna let that one go." You see them and you let them, like, this ain't for me. I tried this before. I know how this story ends, and I don't want to be on this ride. So before we even take off, we ain't even gonna go on the first high. I'm getting off. Well, what's your problem? This ain't for me. I've been there. I've done it. Wrote the book. Got the sticker and the bumper sticker. I don't want it no more. I know what this ride hitting for. I've been down this road. I don't want to go down it no more. So I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna make a U-turn. Good luck with your life, but I'm not gonna be the one in it. And as they say, if you want a date, it's like swipe to the left. I'm on to the next. But that's all about learning yourself and getting back to loving yourself. And a lot of people after a heartbreak want to blame everything and everybody and forget to love themselves. And then they sit in the anger and their story and their victimness, and they become bitter. Yep. You gotta let that go. You gotta let it go.
I don't think they stop loving themselves.
No, they do. That's when they be sitting there half bond eating. I'm not fat shaming nobody. Letting themselves go.
That's depression.
Yes, because they become depressed. Because they feel abandoned. They feel like I was never good enough. Why this person do this to me? And they replay that story. And they get angry or they get more depressed. They get more anxious. Like, I can never, everybody I talk to, everybody leaves me. What's wrong with me that everybody leaves me?
Is look at the type of people you talk to.
Exactly.
It's not but
you're not, but it takes emotional intelligence to understand that. Most people don't want to look at their attachment styles, their trauma that they suffer, the defense mechanisms they did built up in their lives, that the fight, the flight, the freeze, all the things that you do. Are you a people pleaser? Are you a person that shuts down and be passive aggressive? Are you an overachiever? Are you hyper independent? Or are you the type that need validation and all this admiration, and when you don't get it, you go looking for it for somewhere else because you can't get it from, you got to get it in massive doses and nobody can give you enough. So you got to get it from how you want to get it. You flirt with millions of people because you can't give yourself the validation.
And all of that is living.
They looking for somebody
I'm ass.
All of that is fakery. They say it's fuckery to me because you being fake. You're not being your genuine self. You're trying to be who this person wants you to be. And then you become that. You become another person. You'll be Scarlett. You'll be Kim. You'll be fucking Dawn all in one. And then you looking at her like, this bitch is crazy.
But that's all a way. That's all a way of dealing with childhood trauma.
That's a fact.
When you was a child and you wanted to be seen and you was not seen, so you was taught to survive on how to be seen, no matter how being seen looked like. Some people taught to being seen. I'm gonna be loud. Yeah. I'm gonna be destructive. I'm gonna be unruly because you was told as a child that your feelings didn't matter. So now I'm going to make you hear me. I'm going to be the loud one. I'm going to be the angry one. You're going to hear me. Or you could be the one to be withdrawal. When something hit, somebody yell at you, I'm going to retreat to the corner. I ain't got time. The ones that ghost you, deflect. You know what I mean? It's all kinds of ways that they deal with being hurt as a child. And that's why a lot of people don't like dealing with the childhood problem, because the childhood problem make you want to you have to relive.
You was most innocent.
And you relive it and it hurts like it yesterday. But you gotta rip the band-aid off, because if you don't, your whole adult life is going to be trauma after trauma if you don't heal that inner child. You gotta dig up that dirt, like if it was like you was digging for diamonds. You dust it off, you shine it up, and let it shine. Because if you don't, you're going to always be in the same cycle, repeating and repeating it and repeating it and repeating it, and wonder why.
You're not a victim.
You're not a victim.
You're going to victimize yourself.
Yeah,
basically.
You'll
be a victim.
You're going to either self-sabotage yourself. You know what I mean? Always on that push and pull cycle.
It's like
you know
when
what I mean?
People feel
putting on masks
of somebody of their same status, they choose people who are beneath them for real. So who they know
they can control.
Don't have the same type of emotional intelligence or emotional.
Or if they could control the outcome, then they can't be hurt. You got a lot of people like that. I like to control emotions around me. So that way, if I could control it, I can't be hurt. People are like that. And they show you that, and you be like, oh my God, what is wrong with that person? But it's something that happened as a kid. They couldn't control their emotions. So now I'm gonna control
labels on these people that act like that.
And like I said,
actually
labels that's why I said we said that last week that y'all gotta be careful of the word narcissistic and this and that, because people have tendencies. They're human tendencies, human traits. That don't make them narcissistic. That means they have narcissistic traits. And unless they go to therapy and get diagnosed, as I said last week, after DSM-5 cluster B, if you ain't diagnosed with it, you ain't it. And it takes you to get diagnosed from a clinic psychologist for them to say. You just can't be throwing words around. Oh, he act like that. Oh, I looked the word up on the internet and Google said that's a narcissistic person, so that's what you are. No, you can't do that. They might have the traits, but they might not be the person.
Right.
Because a lot of them are similar. And we talked about last week, so we ain't going to go over them this week. Right. But those cluster B, a lot of them are similar, but you need to know the difference between the four. And at the end of the day, every time, we come down to the Cozy Escape, we give, a little ending gem at the end of the each podcast. We like to drop a little knowledge for our community. So, me first, forgiveness, heartbreak, and loving yourself again go hand in hand. You can't have heartbreak. You can't forgive without actually experiencing heartbreak. And then loving yourself is getting back to that version of yourself you was before the breakup, before the relationship. And stop walking around with all the emotional debt that you carry, whether it was because betrayal or lying or manipulation. You didn't do it. And forgiving that person and forgiving yourself is not excusing the damage that happened to you.
Amen.
What you're doing is forgiving the version of yourself that you allowed to put up with the trauma that you suffered. And getting back to who you were before the breakup, before the relationship. And to my community out there, I say this every week: therapy, mental therapy. Get it. It's so bad in the African community. That's why we go through relationships in the Black community and the families is breaking apart, because we don't want to be in a healthy mental health space. Not somewhat healthy, a healthy, secure mental health space. And half of us don't ever see what a healthy relationship look like, so we don't know if we are in a healthy relationship. And that's what you got to start realizing. What a secure, healthy relationship look like. What a secure attachment look like, when you can be independent and still be a partnership. Where it ain't codependency or enmeshment or fear of abandonment. So you trauma bonding. Or you be too needy and you hold on longer than what you should. Yeah. Let yourself go. Unpack all those childhood traumas and just live in a healthy headspace. And I know it's easy to say it than done, but if you do the steps, emotional regulation, stop letting people deregulate your emotions. Have the emotional intelligence. Learn to live in the moment, but also take a step back when you really feel your triggers being pulled. Like, that's a trigger for me. That's an unhidden wound that I didn't get really, that I'm still on my healing journey. I'm not going to let you take me there. So you know what? I recognize it. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to pause. I'll come back when I'm ready. But right now, I ain't ready.
For a healthy relationship.
Don't be afraid to defend your feelings either. You know what I'm
saying? Acknowledge them.
Yes.
Speak them out. Name them.
Don't allow people to minimize your feelings or make you feel less than who you are. And that's what a lot of us do in relationships too, because we care about that person. We allow them to just like minimize our feelings and not allow our feelings to be exposed and not allow us to express ourselves the way we want to express ourselves, because they put us in boxes. You feel what I'm saying? And if we go out this box, they're frustrated or they're mad, you are a partner. Or a partner, you're supposed to be able to tell me how you feel, and I'm supposed to respect that. And I'm supposed to be able to tell you how I feel, and you respect that. And something that you never really touched on. When you're a child and children have gone through these little mental meltdowns, as parents, we need to have these conversations with these children. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's built up, a pent up emotion because mommy at work all the time. She ain't got time. She got 5 and 6 kids. Daddy ain't there. So they have to basically, like Brother Mir was saying earlier, that they have no father figures. So they got to try to figure it out on their own. If I'm the big brother, I got to figure it out for the little brother because mommy not here. And I ain't got to figure it out for myself. So that becomes toxic there. That's when the childhood trauma starts there too, because they have issues not having a father. Mommy not around. Mommy not around on purpose, but mommy got to work to feed 5 people. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And that all starts from when y'all gotta have these conversations. When mommy come home from work, you sit your 5 kids down and you say, Harry, Joey, whatever, what's going on? How you doing? And really understand and listen to how this child is doing. And then try to get, if it's something that's not right, try to get that child some help. So then we can break these curses. That's the thing. We don't
bringing generational cycles. What I'm
saying? We leave them to their own devices, or we throw a video game on them. That's not helping them emotionally. Okay, I'm playing a fighting game. Now I'm angry all the time. I'm going to go out there and go do what they do on Mortal Kombat. I'm going to bust you in your head. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to Sub-Zero you. You feel what I'm saying? You understand? That's how they
finish him.
Exactly.
Crazy.
So you got to look at things, and like you said, you got to take all aspects and break it down like a puzzle and put them all in different plates and figure out where your emotions came from, where your childhood trauma came from. And as an adult, go to that mom. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can't go to mom like that, but I'm going to her. Because I feel some type of way, and I'm going to talk to her about it. She can do whatever happens afterwards. But I still want her to know that I felt some type of way, that you wasn't there for me the way I needed you to be there for me as a mom, the nurturer, the arguing with your teenager type. We didn't have that. And from that, because I didn't have that, I have the issues that I had.
I realize I have mommy and daddy issues.
Sometimes I love people. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have daddy.
You know, exactly. None of us have daddy issues. We're going to take dad off the table because dad was there. We all have.
Actually, you don't.
We do have daddy.
We do have daddy issues.
Dad was a great dad, but he was not a great role model for men. What men should be like. It's facts.
Your dad was.
Dad was a great dad.
I was gonna say dad was good, but
dad was a provider.
Dad was a great dad, but he was not a great role model.
Yeah, he wasn't emotionally. He wasn't emotionally.
Childhood trauma.
Exactly.
He was emotionally gone.
He was taught. No, he was taught. You earn my love. When I have to show up, I'm there. You need me, I'm there.
He was taught,
but he wasn't taught how to nurture. My mom wasn't either. No. So that's why I'm hyper independent. I don't like being disappointed. You ain't gonna disappoint me, so I'm gonna do it myself. And
let me do it.
I installed that into my son.
And because I was missing a mother, I mother everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, you understand what I said? I mother you, I mother all the brothers.
I'm judgmental.
The auntie, you know, I'm the auntie everybody. I'm Auntie Riri. Like
I judge people because I be looking at you funny.
Because you feel you've been in law enforcement, you were in the military, so you have that military. So everybody has an angle here. Your grandfather's like that. Every military person in our family is like that. So we gonna leave you right there. We back over here with this brother right here. We all have.
It's not that we have an angle.
Yes, you do. You think everybody has an angle. That's why you feel as though you judge me.
You do.
You think everybody has an angle. Oh, they ain't. What you really want?
You question everybody.
Exactly. You
question the motive.
Break it down.
You question everything.
When they talk with you,
because I was always taught the dumbest question is the way you don't ask.
For no reason, just to call you. What you calling me for? What you want? I knew you want something. I don't want nothing.
Everybody
just make me be like, you know what? Bye.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying.
Because most of the time people call me, they want something.
The fuck?
He do that to me. He'll call me. We used to know big head. I ain't doing that. You know, we get.
But most of the time people call me, they want something.
But that you can't always think that.
So when you used to somebody calling you, they always want something. The first thing you're going to think is, what the hell do you want?
Well, you can't think like that. That's basically you talking about this on here. You got to look at things outside the box.
I said.
I will call you motherfuckers just to ask you a question and hang out.
As I was saying, my gym is, my gym tonight is forgive yourself, love yourself,
yes, sir.
And above all, get mental health.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What is your final, Jim?
I said mine already. You know, these parents got to talk to these kids.
It's okay to lose yourself in a relationship. Just not all of yourself. Or most of yourself.
Okay. This has been another Alike's Cozy Podcast. Next week, I sit on my promo. I need somebody to pick a topic in the comments. Leave a comment. Tell me what y'all want us to talk about. This has been another cozy episode. And I want to thank my cozy family. I want to thank Zoe, as always, for coming through. And Mir, we're going to see a lot of him lately. And this has been another episode. Good night.
Join us next week on Alike's Cozy Escape to talk about love triangles and obsession and how it becomes fatal.